Hi everyone, I'm privileged to be running this with you today, and I'd just like to make a special note that the scarf that I've got on in the picture on the front page is the NAIDOC Week scarf that was given to me by the Lighthouse project team after the work that we did on the forum. So thank you very much for that, and I've made a point of actually using that as the profile picture on the seminar for today's webinar. So I'd just like to start off by acknowledging that the Lighthouse Hospital project and the hospitals that have called in today are spread across many traditional lands, and I'd like to pay respect to all the traditional owners of those lands and their elders, past, present and emerging. Let's see if this works. Next. So this slide here gives us just the table of contents of what we're going to go through today with as part of the communication webinar. The interest, this has been driven by you as project officers because of the response to the communication survey that we did. So the other thing I'd like to point out is this PowerPoint template that you'll be looking at today is actually an example of the template that's been done up that you'll be able to later adapt for your use as well. So please keep that in mind when you're looking at your screen. So just to recap on the communication survey that we ran with the hospitals involved in the Lighthouse Hospital project. So, you know, out of the 18 hospitals, we had 12 responded to the survey, 5 from New South Wales, 1 in Queensland, 1 in Northern Territory, South Australia, Vic, and 4 from Western Australia. So we've just used out of that. So I guess we've got small numbers in terms of response. So, but I mean, we're not talking about big raw numbers. So the percentages, it only takes one person to change a percentage, I guess, when you've got smaller numbers like that, but it's still interesting. All the same, we could see that there was, I mean, definitely just the topic of communication was high need and one that you were definitely keen to pursue. Certainly from our perspective, from the Heart Foundation and the Lighthouse Hospital's perspective, it's really key and essential for us in terms of success with the project, and also just from your professional development as individuals. It's always going to do good. It'll never do harm just to have had some more exposure and understanding around communications, particularly when it comes to public presentation and media-based communication as well. So the tools that you can see here from the tools that came up the most in demand was around imaging. So we're talking about images, and then we go through pretty much most of the content and the tools that we have mentioned in the survey. We're covering off on this today. So Lou, was there anything else you want to say about the survey, because you facilitated it?
No, I think that table basically says it all. So we've created the templates and resources that Paul is going through now based on the results of the survey